Today we're working on a Toro zero turn. This is the Z-Master series. Take a look. There it is. And the problem with this is this spindle bearing is shot. So in order to get to the bearings on this, I already started working on it, but I paused so I could do the video. First things first, this belt, it was on here, it needs to come off. That's real simple. Get yourself a 1/2 inch breaker bar there, or a ratchet. And, well, first you want to loosen this nut, and then you'll be able to crank this, which will move this. Sometimes you can move it by hand. It give you a little bit of a slack there, and you'll be able to pull it right off. One thing you want to do is take a picture of how that belt is on there first before you start taking it apart. Next, you can go down here, and I already took the blade off, but you want to take your blade off, and then you're going to come up here, loosen these 3 bolts and this center bolt. All right, now this is going to want to spin on you, so take yourself a pry bar, put it inside one of the gears, wedge it up against the mower, and then you can get in there and crank. So I got all them loose right now, and we're going to take all these out and see if we can pull this pulley up. All right, now that I got all these bolts off, you should be able to just lift up on this and slide it aside there. You should have a spacer right here. And oh boy, that's broken. That is not a good sign. But let's go ahead and pull that piece off of there. All right, you can see our spindle now, shaft. All right, next you will have nuts all around the spindle here, and they're 9/16. I did not need to get underneath and have a hold back. I just put a 9/16 on there with my air gun, and they zipped right off. The 2 in the back here were a little bit tougher, so I had to get and these are real dangerous to use on impacts, but I had to get a swivel here. But you want to be really slow and be very careful. Don't put your hand anywhere around here when this is spinning, because it will break your knuckles. So now, all right, you're going to have to go underneath and take out these bolts all the way around the spindle for this to drop. They are 1/2 inch. I got 2 out there already. So get yourself a 1/2 inch, and they should unscrew out. Then the spindle should come all the way down. All right, there it is. That's the spindle out, and you can see, if I can get this thing situated, it's got all kinds of shredded metal in there. So the blade was just bouncing around on there, and it looks like we have some more damage up here where this keyway was. It looks a little messed up there too, so this is going to need a complete rebuild. Oh yeah. Alright, we got this in the vise. This spacer here seems to be jammed up, probably because this keyway here is all shredded up and it's wedged against there. So we're going to use this little clamp puller here and get it behind here and try to pull that off of there. Oh yeah, that keyway is all tore up there. Wow. Alright. Also, it looks like we got a seal right here. And it looks like that is the bearing underneath of there. Alright, so basically with all the damage that is happening with this spindle, we've also got This piece here had shattered underneath. Yeah, and then of course we had the keyway's not even there anymore. That is all galled up. So anything new we put on there, it's gonna not fit properly. So at this point, I'm just gonna order a whole brand new spindle. This whole thing is torn to pieces. So if I were to piece out all these pieces, it would just cost more money than buying this whole assembly. So I'm just gonna order a new assembly and then bolt it back up. I don't feel like I need to do a follow-up video on bolting it up. You pretty much just played this video in reverse to bolt it back up. So I hope this helps. I will see you next time.